Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Railroad Tycoon 3 campaign Let's Play video. So I'm playing on the hard difficulty, or at least I should be. Yeah, basically it's the same campaign save file as last time with the Go West Connect All Cities challenge. Today it is the Germantown USA campaign level. Which is simply the second one, both in the game and the American section. So we start in January 1815. It says, all these settlers have brought their dreams of a better life in a free place. However, nothing is free and they'll have to work hard. So will you. These towns are growing fast and they're going to need supplies and transportation if they're going to succeed. You're just the tycoon they're looking for. For bronze, we need to connect St. Louis to Cleveland and have a company book value of $10 million by the end of 1880. So yeah, we're playing from 1850 to 1880, 30 years. Nice big map. You can see it goes all the way from like sort of Minnesota over here, all the way down to Arkansas, and then not sure where. Well, that's Tennessee. So this is like North Carolina or South Carolina, I'm not sure. I think this is South Carolina actually. And then that's like North Carolina and Kentucky over there. Cleveland obviously is Ohio, and then you've got Michigan. It's the Midwest United States, the Mississippi Valley. And then you've got a bit of Canada over here. So yeah, very big map. Midwest United States. For silver, we need to connect St. Louis to Cleveland, company book value of $25 million, and $5 million in industry profit. Gold, St. Louis to Cleveland, company book value of $40 million, $10 million in industry profit, and be the only company in business by the end of 1880. We can only start one company, but we can build unconnected track, or at least it would imply that we can. Obviously, being the campaign, I can't control the level of AI. I think we have 3 AI competitors for this one. I don't really remember this scenario. Oh, we've got 4 AI. I don't really remember this scenario too well. Obviously, I've done it on video and got gold. And I don't remember it being that difficult. I don't have any particular sort of challenge with this one, because like Go West I'm very familiar with, and I thought, you know, let's see if I can't connect all the cities, but with this one I don't actually have a specific challenge, so I'm just going to sort of play the scenario as normal and see how it goes. I need to figure out where to actually start though, because obviously I could just start in St. Louis, but that doesn't seem like the smartest option, and similarly starting in Cleveland doesn't seem like the smartest option either. Obvious choices would be to start in, like, say, maybe like Chicago, but that doesn't seem to have that much either. Toledo has a lot of cargo lying around in the form of wool for clothing, so we could ship that over to maybe like Detroit or Cleveland itself. Alternatively, we could actually start with the industry, because we do actually need $10 million in industry profit, so we could actually just go straight up industry, because that textile mill actually, I mean I can't buy it just yet, but it's, you know, massively profitable. Obviously I need to create a company if I want to start buying some industry. Speaking of which, let's create a company. That would help. So I don't have a company name in mind. I mean, I could just go with New York Central again. Yeah, let's just go with New York Central. So we start with 1.1 million at the moment. So obviously New York is not on this map, and I'm pretty sure the New York Central Railroad in real life, I don't think it actually still exists, but at the time it ran rail sort of all around here. Right, so we start with actually 1.6 million. Before your dreams of starting a railway out in the Midwest, you'd done a little investing. On the eve of your company debut, you hear that the investment has paid off. Which one is it? Import the 222 Firefly, $170,000 investment return, 10% less for all trains, station building cost reduced by 10%. Right, well, we're playing in 1850. I don't think the Firefly is necessarily going to be very good. The Firefly is very quick, but it's also quite unreliable, although obviously, you know, it's 1850, so lots of locomotives are unreliable. And I don't think it's going to be that great when you consider that later on we can get things like the American. Even the Baldwin is actually pretty good. And also remember that carloads now weigh 20 tonnes, not 10 tonnes, as they would have done prior to 1850. $170,000 investment return. I think that basically just means that our player cash, not company cash, is improved by 170,000, which would mean easier playing the stock market, which is obviously going to come very useful when buying out enemy AI companies. 10% less for all trains, that's fairly self-explanatory, that's obviously going to be very useful. But saying that trains of this era are actually quite cheap anyway. The station building cost reduced by 10%, that could be useful if I want to build a lot of stations, which I probably do. I honestly don't know. 170,000 investment return allows me to get a lot of shares in my own company and increase my net worth. But then again, 10% less for all trains or 10% off station building cost. Both of those are useful. I'm going to take it risky and go with the investment return. I think in the long run that's probably the smart choice, but it also seems like the riskiest choice. So we can see straight away that, yeah, we've been given $170,000 personal cash, which allows me to obviously buy out more of my own shares and more of the AI shares. We've also been given a $500,000 grant by the US government, so yeah, we don't actually have to care about our net worth, but we do in the sense that we need to obviously buy out all the enemy AI. So yeah, I don't have a specific plan for this scenario. Connecting to all cities within 30 years doesn't seem like it's actually doable on this map because there's just so many cities compared to that of like Go West. But if the company is enormously profitable, maybe? Can't quite afford that textile mill. I don't know, I think start with rail, but that might be a bad idea. I'm actually going to save the game. So this is Germantown USA, LP hard. Right, so obvious starting choices would be to start in like Toledo and then connect up with like Detroit, Saginaw, Lansing, etc., and then head over to Chicago maybe. Alternatively, seems to be quite a lot of stuff going on in Dubuque. Yeah, there's a lot of very profitable industries that are pretty cheap. I'm wondering if I should just start with industry. I do need $10 million industry profit for this goal. But at the same time, I kind of want to run some trains. I don't know. Because I have to spend all my money, but that is an enormous return on investment. That's like 12% return on investment. That's very high. Maybe even more than that, I don't know. I don't know. I want to just run some trains, to be honest. I think I'm just going to run some trains. Let's take out a bond and just run some trains. We can invest in industry later on. So, first station will be Toledo, which I can probably get away with a medium station for now, or do I want a large one and soak up some of this surrounding cargo? The city will probably expand anyway. Detroit, I probably want a large station for, yeah. So let's build our first station in Detroit. And then connect up with Toledo. Yeah, I can build on a connected track. That's very useful. So yeah, I don't have a specific plan for the scenario, I'm just playing it like normal. I don't think it's a particularly difficult scenario, it's just kind of... like I say, I don't have a specific plan and I've not played the scenario in a long time. Yeah, I think we'll just go with a large station, that'll be fine. And then connect these up. I mean, 10 million industry profit is not a lot. So that shouldn't be difficult to achieve. It seems like whichever way I do this, something I end up with. Yeah, 1% gradient is obviously not a problem, even for things like the Volvo. So, with regards to locomotives, we've got the Samson, which is a mod. Dorchester is obviously a mod. I think, obviously I can't get the Planet anymore, but I remember thinking that the Dorchester is actually worse than the Planet. I can't remember how the Dorchester was better than the Planet. The Samson has lower top speed than the Dorchester, but it's... I don't know, is it... We're not going to be using these locomotives anyway, I'm just looking at them for my own benefit. So really, we've got the Norris and we've got the Baldwin. And the Norris is better on... Sorry, the Baldwin is better on hills and just pulling in general. It has better stats in every way, except it's unappealing instead of looks good. Which is, you know, is the difference between 110% passenger revenue and 90%. So really, we're basically just going to be using Baldwins. It's 5% cheaper to buy, but it's 3,000 cheaper per year in maintenance. And we seem to have two different liveries for the Baldwin. Let's use the fancier livery, or the non-default livery, not necessarily the fancier livery. And let's just run a train from Toledo to Detroit, and straight away it has some passengers, so we can run a dining car. I didn't actually look, what do we have in the way of cargo? Just a bit of this and a bit of that, basically. Toledo, obviously we can haul some passengers and some clothes over. So we are going to need, obviously, maintenance and service. Do I want to... Yeah, I'll probably just build that like halfway along the way. I do want a bit of a dividend, actually. So that's as high as it'll go anyway. Yeah, so basically avoid issuing stock where possible. Can I buy any industry, actually, maybe? Like, I can't take out a bond, but I could maybe buy an industry. Nah, if I had a bit more, I could buy the meat plant. Oh well. I'm sure, hopefully later on we'll be making massive profit, so we can probably just buy some industries later on. Or I could spend all my money and just buy that industry. That cattle ranch. Damn, there's some really good industries around here. Return on investment's pretty damn high. Because that's more than 10% return on investment. As is that. Yeah. These are really good industries to buy. I'm going to buy this cattle ranch. I'm going to save the game as well. Right. So if I can get that cattle ranch hooked up to Detroit, where there's a meat plant, then that'll mean more meat, and that will probably mean more profit overall for me. So straight away, yeah, I think this shouldn't be too difficult a scenario. Obviously still early days. And it also depends what the AI are like, because buying out the 3 AI could be quite difficult. So straight away we've got the first company, the Madison and Rockford. Madison in Wisconsin, presumably Rockford, Wisconsin as well. I don't know. The Saginaw and Lansing, that's quite annoying because I did plan on connecting up to Saginaw myself. But saying that, their track is actually normal in that it's flat, but then again, you know, quite a lot of this map is actually quite flat, so you can expand quite quickly on this map. It's probably one of those maps where if you know what you're doing, you can probably make a lot of money. Also, actually, if we look at this Baldwin, because this is the modded livery, it's not the default livery. Probably don't actually need the dining car anymore, to be honest. I thought there were going to be more passengers than there are. Yeah, so it's basically like a sort of black, green and yellow livery as opposed to the default Baldwin livery. I think I prefer the default Baldwin livery, to be honest. But anyway, a distillery has appeared for the first time near Akron. That's handy because it's not actually that far away from us. There's no sugar nearby, and there's also actually no real produce nearby. The nearest produce sort of is in this general area. So that distillery probably isn't going to make much money. What about grain, though, for breweries to make alcohol? Ah, there's quite a lot of grain around here, although it's being used up by the bakery, which is not being covered by your silly little medium station, you silly plonkers. And then we've got the 3rd AI and 4th AI. The Springfield Northern, connecting Springfield to Peoria, which I'm pretty sure is Illinois. I can't imagine that these are going to do too brilliantly. The Chicago and Milwaukee, that actually might do alright, because those are 2 reasonably sized cities. Chicago does have a port as well that demands meat, paper, turns alcohol into goods. Don't ask how that works. Yeah, some of these AI might do quite well, some of them might do a bit rubbish. Barracks has appeared for the first time near Fort Smith. That is miles away from anything. I think that's Arkansas, but I don't know for certain. But yeah, that's miles away from anything that I'm really concerned with right now. So I think basically we just need to concern ourselves with ourselves, essentially. Just maybe buy some of these industries up, assuming they don't go ridiculously expensive. Strangely, they're not doing as well this year as they were doing last year, but oh well. My cattle ranch is making big profit. So, the next destination should probably be maybe Lima itself. Or maybe we head over to Lansing. Or Saginaw. All are sort of viable. Obviously, you know, you might be thinking, why are you not working on connecting St. Louis to Cleveland, like your objective? Well, obviously we will connect to Cleveland and we will connect to St. Louis, but we can basically just do that at any point. Oh, actually, we have access to Canada anyway. I was thinking if we had to buy access into Canada, that could be quite awkward, but we could always just build up and connect over to London. That actually isn't too far, but we will need a bridge of some sort to cross this river. I can actually just take out a bond and then connect over to Lansing, which should be fairly flat if I can find the right route. There's actually a bit of a hill here. Yeah, it should be fairly flat, and then turns out actually it isn't. Okay, not to worry. I don't like that. No, I don't think there's a way round there that I actually like, so I hopefully have enough money to get to one of these places. The advantages as well is that if the AI use my track by getting a train going from Saginaw to Detroit, which they might well do because I imagine that's probably going to be quite a profitable line. Oh, hang on. That's quite a tight little turn, but it does work. It's just a tight turn. I don't like. I know it's very, very sort of inconsequential, but I don't like the 2% gradient there. But if I've got to deal with a 2% gradient, I'll deal with a 2% gradient. But I'd rather not have that, if possible. But it might not be. It might not be possible. I might have to just deal with a tiny bit of 2% gradient. What I don't want is that little bit of, yeah, that'll do. So basically I've now connected to Saginaw with, you know, 99% my own track. If the AI decide to create a train going from Saginaw to Detroit, which is perfectly fine, they're going to have to pay me quite a lot to use my track. Which is fine by me. Is there anything I can actually really haul? Oh, there's quite a bit of clothes I could haul. Ooh, weapons factories appear for the first time near Detroit. It's actually in Canada, but it is... it's just slightly out of the range. Okay, so we need iron and lumber. Is there any way I can haul those over? Well, there's an iron mine here. Something in Saginaw demanding iron. Tool and die, but it's not actually getting any iron. So, yeah, there's not really iron floating around anywhere that's like readily available. I mean, there's obviously this iron mine, but it's... Okay. As for lumber, well, there is a lumber mill in London that is actually profitable. So it could be worthwhile actually maybe connecting to London, but that is going to be massively expensive. Any of these AI companies doing profitable? Or doing okay, at least? Chicago and Milwaukee made a profit last year, as did the Springfield Northern, as did the Saginaw and Lansing, as did the Madison Rockford. So they actually all made a profit last year. But that doesn't mean that they're necessarily doing well. So anyway, yeah, we might as well just get a train going from Detroit to Saginaw. is there anything in Toledo that we could necessarily haul? Besides just a bit of clothing. Actually, that's a lot. It's a lot more profitable to haul the clothing to Saginaw than it is to haul it to Detroit, so... There's also some passengers and stuff that we could haul over. Munitions factory is built for the first time near Des Moines. Munitions factory only... Oh, well that's bloody convenient. There's an iron mine right nearby. In fact, there's two iron mines not that far away. But the thing is if this actually did make some munitions, they'd have to be shipped over to St. Louis, which is miles away. Fair enough. Okay, so... I think just, yeah, keep expanding over. Probably do want to try to connect to London, actually. I don't know if I've actually got enough money right now to do so. Probably don't, but we can try. No, I definitely don't. Oh well, it was worth a try. I have got enough for the track, but I don't have enough for the station. It's a bit of an incline, but I've managed to avoid it for the most part. Yeah, I'm going to need money for the station, but I've got enough for the track. Also, my stock's probably going to split this year because it's doing very well. Obviously, like I say, I don't care about personal net worth, It's entirely possible that some of these companies will just do so badly that their share prices basically just drop down to like $1 a share. Which obviously, if that happens, then buying them out is going to be extremely cheap. Can I get away with just a medium station here? I think I actually can. And then we can haul lumber over to... Well, it's more profitable to haul it over to Saginaw. There's no passengers or mail, really, apart from, like, Detroit. There's not really a supply of logs anywhere. I guess maybe... I was going to say maybe Lansing, but in actuality, no. So these the logs are kind of just coming around, in and around London. There's some logging camps that are making, well, bringing logs over to London. Right, yeah, stock split 2 for 1. That's brilliant. Investors are pleased with your performance and increase your salary to 15,000. Brilliant. Right. So yeah, we want a Baldwin from London to Saginaw. Making quite a bit of money hauling lumber around. How are we doing for industry profit? So, industry profit to date is 310,000. We need industry profit of 10 million for gold. And we also need company book value of at least 40 million, which is currently 2.4 million, just under. But it's still early days, we still have until 1880. And growing prosperity, that's going to help us. Hopefully we can get more bonds. But saying that, I'm not entirely sure what I would do with more bonds. Yeah, the Chicago-Milwaukee is actually doing really well, which is quite annoying, because obviously buying that house is going to be difficult. I'm starting to think industry might actually be the way to go in this scenario. Maybe I should have just gone with nothing but industry right at the start, and might have been making more money at that point. Oh well. Right, so where do I want to expand to next? God damn, there's a lot of cargo just floating around all over the place. I mean, Indianapolis has got loads of cargo. It's going to be very expensive to connect there. Unless I can get some good bonds. Yeah. I'd have to issue stock. I could always just connect to Cleveland anyway. There's actually a meat plant over here. But there's like basically no livestock or meat. And Akron doesn't really have anything. Yeah. I don't know. Because I kind of want to connect to Indianapolis, but I don't think I've got enough money right now. In fact, I almost certainly don't have enough money. Could always connect to Lima. What's in Collingwood? Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing really. Alright, well... What about Lansing itself? That's an option. No, I'm a bit stuck right now where I want to go. Obviously I can build unconnected track, so there's nothing to stop me from like building a line from say Dubuque to Madison, or you know, even connecting up like Chicago and Rockford or Madison to Milwaukee. But then again, that might help the AI more than it helps me. I don't know. I mean, that could be viable. What was that in Dubuque? A very profitable lumber mill with lots of logs and actually not that much lumber. So it's got all the logs in the world, but not actually that much lumber. Huh. That's weird. Maybe it's got so many logs it just can't create the lumber fast enough. I don't know, but that's kind of weird. Minneapolis also has absolutely loads of cargo. God damn, there's so many profitable industries in this map. Maybe I really should have just gone with industry at the start. That could have been quite interesting actually. Just go with nothing but industry, see how the AI do, and then basically just buy out the AI, and then connect St. Louis to Cleveland, and just let the AI build track for 25 years or however long it takes. And just literally do a sort of industry only run. Anyway, it's still early days. We can connect to Indianapolis now, I reckon. Probably also, hopefully, maybe connect to Lima. Hoping to avoid the bit of the incline. I can probably deal with. Unless there's a way around all this. Yeah, that's better. Obviously 2% gradient is nothing. The Baldwin's actually not too bad on hills anyway, but... the less gradient the better, obviously, because I don't know if it's necessarily cheaper to build track with less gradient, but ooh, that's quite nasty. Hopefully it sort of flattens out once I build the station. Not really. Okay. Right, there's a hell of a lot of wool over here. There's also a lot of clothes, so we can ship over to either Toledo or Detroit. Some grain that we could ship over to Toledo for not much of a profit. Lots of livestock that we could ship over to Detroit. Yeah, it definitely seems like a ship over to Detroit would be more profitable, even though it's quite a long way. Don't quite have enough money. I need 4,000 more, which is very annoying. For a Baldwin, anyway. Basically just wait for one of these trains to get over, and then we can get a Baldwin going from Indianapolis to Detroit, which is a long way. It should be quite profitable, following lots of livestock. What about Lima itself? Annoyingly, the way that I built this doesn't quite cover the whole city, but unless I use a large station. Yeah, that should do. Oh wait, no, I don't have enough money. Oh, actually, the Chicago Milwaukee, which is like my main rival at the moment, because it's the only AI company that's really doing well, has decided to connect to Madison, which is quite annoying. Because I was actually contemplating doing that myself. Never mind. Assuming I have the money, I can always connect Chicago and Rockford, or Dubuque to Madison or something like that. But unfortunately, I'm probably going to make quite a lot of money doing that. That's rather annoying. Okay, I don't think there's really much in Lima itself. Just a couple of passengers, so we can ship over to Toledo. And then Toledo has some, well, some clothes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, not really much in the way of stuff going on between Lima and Toledo, but oh well. I can't help but think I'm playing the scenario slightly wrong. I feel like I'm doing okay, but I also feel like I should be doing a lot better than I am doing. I'm also quite scared about how am I going to buy out the AI. A study has shown that railways could decrease delays at stations by as much as 20% if they had full-time cable operators. The cost to you is 20% more in station maintenance. I don't know, like, whether to go for this or not. I kind of hate things like this because it's like, on the one hand I'm sort of thinking like, yeah, do it, but then at the same time, how bad is the delay from having to wait for the train to load up? And how much is it going to cost 20% more in station maintenance? I'm just going to do it, but I feel like it's probably not... It's probably going to bite me, but it's probably more profitable to not do it. But then if I didn't do it, then it'd probably end up being more profitable to do it, so... I don't know. Right, well we could take out another bond, but then where would we connect to after that? I'm thinking maybe I should just connect to Cleveland, but I don't know. If I've got enough money, I think I'm actually just going to connect to Cleveland, which is obviously part of my objective. But I don't quite have enough money. Unless I issue stock, which I'm still reluctant to do. I could probably get away with doing it. Ah, there you go. Some bit of money has just come in. probably still not enough, but... No, I've got enough for the track, but not the station. Because I'm going to need a large station for this. Oh, actually, that's going to be quite awkward to build. Yeah, I probably should have built the station first and then the track later. Wait, why is this run out of water from Indianapolis to Detroit? Oh, I suppose there's one there, and yeah, we're going to need like a water tower over here. And also, I don't think I ever built water tower between Toledo and Lima, so... Yeah, this thing has no way of replenishing its oil. That's not good. Oh well. Right. Oil. Yeah, I'm gonna need a I'm gonna need a large station, and I'm gonna need to build it. It's a good thing I can build unconnected track, and obviously it's a good thing I can just destroy some of my pre-built track. It's actually not... well... I was gonna say, that would actually do. Which would mean I'd have to kind of destroy a lot of this track that I just built, which is quite annoying. Because it costs money to build it, and then it costs money to destroy it, so I'm hit with like the double whammy. These shares aren't doing well. They're losing money because the company is not profitable, but I'm just going to buy 1,000 shares in them anyway because they're cheap. Right, I've got some pretty nasty bonds, but the company is still profitable, so I'm not too bothered for now. In actuality, I don't need to destroy my track because that will suffice. Just as long as I don't have a silly gradient. Well, there's a bit of a gradient, but... yeah, that'll do. Right, so Cleveland is connected. Quite a lot of passengers. Nobody wants to go to Cleveland, which I find interesting. But there's people that want to go from Cleveland to Toledo. There's also quite a lot of coal in Lima that we could ship over. Yeah, I think based on passengers and possible shipping of like clothes and just freight like that, we can probably do Cleveland to Toledo with a dining car. And in actuality, we could probably increase our industrial profits by having things like not hospitals, hotels, and post offices and stuff like that. Saginaw to London would actually be pretty profitable, because there seems to be quite a lot of logs in Saginaw that are building up, so let's do that. Well, I say it's going to be profitable, and then it isn't, so... well, it is, but not tremendously so. Right. Yeah, let's get hotels and post offices. Can't quite afford the restaurant or the tavern. Oh, I already had a train from Saginaw to London. Oh, so now I've got two. Oh well. It's a long journey, and trains aren't that quick, so they should be fine. Yeah, I don't want to issue stock, but I'm going to need a water tower over here, which immediately gets used. As long as our profit is constant / increasing each year, we should be alright. We've got quite an extensive network. I do want to buy out that Saginaw and Lansing company at some point though, although that is going to be quite difficult. The Madison and Rockford company is not doing well. Neither is the Springfield and Northern, which is actually isolated. The Chicago and Milwaukee, on the other hand, is actually doing well, which is annoying. I thought they would do, because Chicago is a big city and there's probably quite a lot of stuff that they can haul. Tempted to buy 1,000 shares of Saginaw and Lansing just on the margin, because they're the company that I want to buy out like straight away, or as soon as. So, even though they're probably just going to decrease in share price, I still feel like that's worth doing. Put a bit of dividend in my company just to increase my personal cash. Obviously I need to pay off that margin at some point, although it's not a problem, obviously. There's so much cargo in Indianapolis, but it's all wool that we can't really ship anywhere. And then some clothes that we could ship over to Cleveland, I suppose. So even though that's a long way, let's do Indianapolis to Cleveland. And yeah, they do have maintenance and service, so that shouldn't be a problem. Right, next stop that I want to connect to. What are we doing for industry profit, by the way? Industry profit 662,000. It's not very high, but obviously it's still early days and we can buy industries when the company becomes a bit more profitable. I do want to connect up to Chicago. Obviously I need to connect up to St. Louis as well. How much would it be to buy out the Saginaw and Lansing? Yeah, you see, I'd have to pay out quite a lot of money, like 1.4 million. If I issue stock and take out a bond, it's still not enough. Yeah, because we only own 5% of their stock, so we would have to pay quite a high price to merge with them. Right, obviously I can build unconnected track. I think maybe Chicago and Rockford, or... Oh, Dubuque was actually... Yeah, Dubuque did actually get connected too by the Chicago and Milwaukee, which is annoying because they are very profitable. I could connect Chicago to Rockford, maybe. And then I'd probably make money off of that. Ooh, I can take out $1 million in bonds, that's useful. So I could actually buy out the Saginaw and Lansing right now, probably. Although it would cost me, like, basically all my money. Let's give that a go. I doubt that this is going to be enough money. Oh, it succeeded! Wow! Alright. New York Central Railroad takes over Saginaw and Lansing. Financial analysts are amazed. I'm amazed that I actually succeeded. Right, well, we now have control of Saginaw and Lansing. And their track is actually perfectly okay, we don't really need to do anything to that. I do want to upgrade this to a large station though. And then Saginaw can be actually quite important. So, is there anything in Lansing that... like, any trains that we want to go... It's probably worth actually just checking what trains they have. So they've got Toledo to Saginaw. That's interesting. Modify that. Toledo to Lansing. Okay. Another Toledo to Lansing. Alright. And then the rest of these trains are just my own, so that's fine. Right, well, my main rival now is obviously the Chicago and Milwaukee, so let's just buy 1,000 shares in them. And then there's only 20,000 shares no, sorry, there's 22,000 shares outstanding. And we've got there's 22,000 shares outstanding, and we have 2,000 shares in them, so that's 1/11th, which is 9%. Whereas our own company, there are 40,000 shares outstanding, and we've got a 20% share in our company. Right, we are basically out of money now, so save the game again. And hopefully these will start doing alright. All the directors have suspended the dividend because we've got no money. Boom, times ahead, yay! Can't take out any bonds. Could issue stock, but I don't really want to do that right now. I'll put the dividend back up. So, the AI that we just bought out doesn't have any industry, which doesn't make sense. Because they weren't really a very profitable company. They can only start one company. So, yeah, we only have to worry about these 3 companies now. Although I don't think that guy actually had enough money to create another company anyway. Jay Cook was the... I mean, technically he does actually have enough money to create a company, but he wouldn't have much money and we could probably just buy him out straight away. Or near enough straight away. Right. It might be an idea at some point to connect Lansing over to Detroit itself. Assuming I've got enough money to do so right now. Because Lansing to Toledo is actually quite a long way. Yeah, I would definitely recommend when playing this game to turn on the grid when building track and hide all trees, because without it, there is no way I would be able to find that path through the forest and, you know, avoiding all these hills that you can't actually see. You know, that's what it looks like with the trees hidden and the grid off, or the grid on. There's no real way to see that is quite hilly, in actuality. This probably needs to be a medium station, or maybe a large even, because I probably want to connect to... Yeah, I probably want that grain farm. So... there's not really much in Lansing itself. But then again, when it becomes a large station, maybe that'll change. They suspended the dividend again because we don't have any money in the company. But that didn't last long. Okay, so Lansing didn't actually cover those farms anyway, but... Oh well. Yeah, Lansing to London could be profitable. That's a train that we don't currently have. Admittedly, it would just be some logs. Yeah, wow. God damn. These industries are so profitable. It's crazy. I seriously think that an industry-only run could be enormously profitable. Because there's just so many profitable industries in this map that are very cheap. Saying that, the company is making good profit, so that's going to be okay. Stock's going to split again. Although this Chicago and Milwaukee is going to split again, probably. Ridiculous share prices, $130 a share. That's crazy. They are my main competitor, and I don't really know how I'm going to buy them out because they're just doing too well for my liking. I think that's going to be the main problem with getting gold. I mean, industry profit shouldn't be a problem because there's some very profitable, very cheap industries. Right, next stop, if possible, Chicago. Do I want to do it from Indianapolis, or do I want to do it from, like, Lansing via sort of this way? Right, I also want to connect to St. Louis, obviously, because that is part of my objective. Is there anything in Terre Haute, or how you pronounce it? Terre Haute? Terre Haute? I don't know. I feel like it's French, which means I don't know how to pronounce it. Anything in Kalamazoo? Something in... Ooh. Yeah. That's the problem with these bakeries, is that they demand grain, but they're not actually profitable, and you can't buy them. They're just kind of like houses, and you can't buy them. They demand. I suppose they just basically create demand and therefore price gradient for grain. So if you ship grain over, then obviously you make more money. Just take out all the bonds if I possibly can. Does still have a bit of negative cash, but I'm not too worried. Right, so the Chicago-Milwaukee, there are 44,000 shares outstanding, and we have a approximately, well, we've got 6 in 44, which is 3 in 22, I can't figure that out. It's 1 over 11 times 1.5, whatever that is. 3 in 22. It's like 13%, something like that. Share in their company. I don't want to buy any more shares just in case things go south and I go into debt. Right. I probably do actually have enough money to connect Indianapolis to St. Louis and therefore satisfy that objective and get at least the bronze once we hit 10 million company book value. But I do want to connect to Chicago, which I'm thinking probably maybe I do have enough money to do so, although it's not very easy. Yeah, I don't have enough to get to Chicago right now, but I can connect up these cities. Holland, Kalamazoo and South Bend. Or I connect Indianapolis with St. Louis, which might be better for me. It does also satisfy the objective, obviously, because it means that St. Louis will be connected up to Cleveland. Unless I can find St. Louis. Yeah, this is mostly flat anyway. Okay. Probably don't quite have enough money. Fortunately, one large station does cover... Actually, it doesn't quite cover everything. But it covers all the industry. I just miss out on 2 houses. Is there a way to rotate that at all? Have it more like that? I don't actually know how I want it, to be honest. Maybe just like that. Because I need to go north anyway for connecting to Springfield. Right. St. Louis and Cleveland are now connected. New York Central Railroad delivers the goods and then some. So, yeah. St. Louis demands ammunition and grain, supplies sugar and cotton. Right, so we could ship meat from St. Louis to Terre Haute if I built a station. Or London, but that's a hell of a long way. Seems like Indianapolis would actually be quite... Or Terre Haute, actually. Nobody wants to go to St. Louis at the moment. Let's build a station in Terre Haute. Probably I should get away with yeah, I can get away with a small station, to be honest. At the moment. Right, yeah, let's just get a simple train going from St. Louis to Terre Haute. And I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but it's, you know, I have no idea how it's actually pronounced. So for now it's just going to be Terre Haute. The thing is even with my massively obviously wrong pronunciation, you still know what I'm talking about. And yeah, let's do Indianapolis to St. Louis. Hauling a lot of clothing and coal and passengers, so that's making good money as well. Save the game. And build up the dividend. So, I think next stop is to connect up to Springfield and then probably buy out the Springfield Northern Railway, which shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, they're not doing good. Yeah, they're not doing good. Madison and Rockford's making a small profit. The Chicago and Milwaukee line, though, is doing too good for my liking. Right, we've got a new locomotive in the form of the American, which it's cheaper to buy $2,000 in $2,000 a year more in annual maintenance. It has a higher top speed and higher top speed on flatter gradients, although it's not as good on hills, but we don't actually have that many hills. It's better for passengers, it's less reliable, and it's less fuel economy. So, yeah. Honestly, the Baldwin's pretty good. But maybe for some of our sort of longer journeys with a lot of passengers, we could start using the American. Obviously we don't have much in the way of industry right now, but the cattle ranch is making a consistent profit that's very nice. And that hotel in Detroit is doing nice as well. I never actually built the restaurant or the tavern, so let's do that. Toledo Bullets, 27 mile an hour average speed. That's going from Lima to Toledo, which is actually not that far, so I'm a bit surprised that it managed to reach speed record, but I'm not complaining, just surprised. I am aware I've got a ridiculous number of bonds, but I'm also aware that the company is pretty profitable at this point. Right, let's connect up to Springfield. I wonder how many different places there are in the United States actually called Springfield. I feel like there's going to be a lot. It seems like a very common town name. Or city name. Right. So, interestingly, St. Louis actually supplies alcohol, but it's cheaper to get it in Springfield than it is in St. Louis, so it's actually profitable to haul alcohol that way anyway. We can make money going from Springfield to Indianapolis hauling alcohol and produce. Well, that's quite a long way. Yeah, let's just go with the Baldwin for now. That's Terre Haute. Yeah, Springfield, Indianapolis. Right. Yeah, I can't buy them now. I don't think it's worth buying any shares in them either, because they're just going to decrease in value. Wait, St. Louis to Terre Haute. Ooh. That's interesting. So even though I did build water tower, it needs another one, which I suppose does make sense, because that's quite a long way. Alright, well let's just build some water towers. So yeah, I think basically buy out this company as soon as possible, which we can actually just basically do now. That should be enough. Oh, fuck off. Really? God damn it, now I've got to wait next year. Unless I reload a save. But I'm pretty sure I didn't save. I'm pretty sure... Nah. I saved too long ago. Oh well. 20,000 more would have done it, but... I was being a bit of a cheapskate. Oh well. Right, well, instead of doing that, let's save our money and connect up to Chicago. I'm aware that I'm also building wooden bridges right now instead of stone bridges. That's just purely for, you know, cost reasons. I can also, later on, when I've got the money, the ones that are, you know, probably wanting to be double tracked, can be upgraded to stone. Right, Chicago to St. Louis is connected via AI track that would have been mine had the merger gone through, but had the merger gone through, I wouldn't then have enough money to actually connect up to Chicago anyway. So maybe it's for the best that I didn't succeed. Wow, Peoria Station is really badly built. It's not even close to the centre of the town. Probably better to just build my own station. Like that. Yeah, and then just get people, or get a train from Chicago to Peoria. Peoria Junction. Yeah, the American is faster, but it's kind of debatable if it's actually any better. It is a lot faster, yes, but it's got worse fuel economy and reliability. Although it's better for passengers, so... I suppose fuel economy and reliability I can kind of tolerate a slight decrease in. And also you would get more money in passenger revenue, so... It probably is actually better overall, but the Baldwin's still pretty good. And also this boom is making things really nice for me, because it means that I get big profit. Right, can I can't buy them out just yet. Probably got to wait until about June or so, and then... yeah, the boom's just ended. But we're still in economic prosperity, so that's fine. I'm going to try and connect Chicago to Rockford. I reckon that could be profitable. Technically now I don't actually have to build any more track. I can basically just buy industry and increase the industry profit and company book value that way. And I probably do actually want to buy out some industries because I'm going to want to buy some industry because I need 10 million in industry profit, and at the moment my industry profit is not increasing by enough. Because, you know, I'm only making like 200,000 a year in industry profit, so we need to be making more. Train 4 has crashed. That's not good, because it was hauling some reasonably profitable cargo. Oh well. So you can see the AI is actually using my track because they've got a train going from St. Louis, which is my station, to Peoria Junction, which is also my station. It's interesting that they decided to use my station in Peoria rather than their own. Probably realised that their own is a bit rubbish and that my station is just better. Annoyingly, I can't actually get a train from like Peoria to St. Louis myself, because I'd have to use the AI track. I mean, obviously there's nothing to stop me. From doing so, but I would have to use my own track. Well, I would have to pay to use their track. Right, Springfield Northern, let's just buy them out. 800,000, that'll do. Hey, there you go. Right, and he's never going to come back because he can't create another company. So, fortunately he didn't have any bonds, but he probably got a lot of silly trains that we don't really want. Let's get our first American locomotive, because it seems like it's going to be hauling some passengers. Okay, I was going to say, it seems like that's all the trains of the AI, but I was wrong. So, that restaurant's not making much money, but I wasn't expecting it to. Cleveland's got a surprisingly high amount of passengers. And there's actually people that want to go to Cleveland now. Saginaw to Cleveland. Okay, well let's do that. Let's get a train from Saginaw to Cleveland. I don't know if we've already got one, but... And actually, yeah, Saginaw itself has got a lot of passengers. So, let's build a hotel... restaurant, tavern and post office in Saginaw. Can't quite afford all that actually. Yeah, my profits are going to be lower. Yeah, they cut my salary because the profit did go down. Mainly because of interest and expenses, honestly. Revenue was basically the same. Okay, so we've got the tavern, we need the restaurants. That's fine. Starting to get some passengers going, which is good. I suppose the network is quite large now. Annoyingly, I can't take out any more bonds, and these 10 million in bonds, that's quite a lot of interest I'm going to have to pay. I think if I can take out the Chicago-Milwaukee, then taking out the Madison and Rockford shouldn't be a problem. It's the Chicago line that I'm worried about. But saying that, they might start using my track. To get trains from like Chicago to St. Louis. Speaking of which, probably just get rid of this station now, and then reroute trains that were going to the AI station. There shouldn't really be many. Oh, we're starting to get some weapons, that's interesting. The Detroit Weapons Factory, that is actually in Canada, is actually making a lot of money now, bloody hell. Yeah, if wow. Starting to get some passengers as well, which is really good. Alright, well, let's get... I feel like a train from Chicago to somewhere. We've already got Chicago. Yeah, we've definitely got Chicago to Peoria. Chicago to St. Louis should be reasonably profitable, you would assume. Not massively, but what about St. Louis to Chicago the other way? It'll do. But in all honesty, buying out this Chicago company is not going to be easy. Oh boy, that might actually be impossible now. They're doing too well. And I'm just not making the profit. Yeah, I really think industry is probably the way to go on this map. There's loads of profitable industry. And obviously I'm making money from my trains, but I feel like industry is actually the way to go. These industries are massively profitable. It's insane, actually. I just need to start making more money from industry, yeah. I still actually need a company book value of 40 million. Granted, we've still got like 22 years, but I still need, yeah, like 35 more company book value. And 8.5 million more in industry profit. Speaking of which, last year in industry profit we only made $300,000. So I could do with some big industries. Yeah, their stock split. So there's 174,000 shares. Yeah, we've got about a sixth. In fact, yeah, we've got exactly 1/6 of their company. In terms of shares. God damn. I don't want to issue stock simply because I'm going to need to buy these guys out, but how on earth am I going to buy them out? They're just so expensive. I'm going to need like 20 million. They're doing far too well. This is insane. Let's connect Chicago to Rockford. Well, I would if I could find a line out here. Yeah, that'll do. Wow, there's a lot of hills around here. Really? Wow. That is not good. That's a bit wiggly, but it does sort of work. I don't know how profitable it's going to be, but... So Chicago to Rockford. Okay, there's quite a lot of stuff we can ship over. Quite a lot of passengers and stuff. A lot of these industries that are really profitable are just too expensive to buy. But then I suppose there's nothing to stop me from just like building my own textile mill. Because there's loads of wool. 1.2 million for my own textile mill in Toledo. Yeah, let's do that. So straight away it started to make a bit of money. But I still have absolutely no idea how I'm going to get the necessary money to buy out this company. When you're talking like sort of 16 million to buy them out, and their share price is increasing all the time. Saying that, my one respite is that they don't really have anywhere they can expand to. Because they're kind of expanded to all of the places anyway. Oh, hang on. I say that, and then I'd noticed that they expanded over to Green Bay and Sheboygan. Well, they're connected to Sheboygan back in 1856, so... I was about to say that they don't really have anywhere to expand to, but yeah, they just keep getting more and more expensive. This might end up being a silver medal, which is really annoying. Simply because I don't think I can possibly buy out this AI company. I don't know, we'll see. It's still early days. Maybe there's a chance I could buy them out. I could probably repurpose some of these bonds. Better interest rates. Yeah, maybe. Get rid of the 12% ones. Go for 9%. Yeah, it just increases the, or it just decreases my overall interest ever so slightly. Because it was rather high, but it's debatable, like, how worth it that actually is, to be honest. I suppose if I've got 10 million in bonds and I reduce my interest rate by like 2%, then that's sort of, yeah, about 200,000 a year. When you put it like that, it's probably worth doing, but okay, so that's all 9% bonds. So save the game. Right. If possible, at some point I want to connect Chicago up with, like, Detroit and do all this connection up. How on earth am I going to buy out this stupid company? I could probably buy out the Madison and Rockford at some point. I'd have to issue some stock probably, and then take out a bond and pay about 2 million for them, but I could probably buy them out. But the Chicago, Milwaukee, I've got absolutely no idea. Economy's slowing, that's not good. I fear this may end up being a silver simply because I can't buy them out. Right, now I need to check all the AI trains that I just acquired. Make sure they're actually hauling the maximum amount of cargo. Probably going to have a lot of duplicates as well. Seem to have a lot of trains going from like Chicago to Madison, for example. But, oh well. This should all be reasonably profitable. Getting quite a lot of passengers as well, which is really good. I suppose that's sort of to be expected because it is the 1850s. We'll walk into Madison. Oh, that's not good. That's just using the AI track. No, that's not good. That's just using the AI's track. No, get rid of that. Madison to Chicago. Yet again. We've got about 3 trains going that way now. If not more. Okay. Madison definitely needs to be a large station. Yeah, it's annoying that the AI controls Chicago, Milwaukee, and Dubuque, because that's like all my sort of expansion opportunity. Unless I go mad expansion and connect up to like Minneapolis. Because Minneapolis seems like it's got a hell of a lot of industry going on here. Yeah, that is a lot of industry. Recession ahead. I suppose if they stay fairly constant, I'd still need like 20 million to buy them out, but I don't know. It might end up being doable. Just gotta hope they don't expand too much. They do have a lot of money and they do have a lot of profit. So they probably will end up expanding. The other alternative is I somehow managed to acquire 50% of their stock. Ah! economic depression has set in. If I could acquire 50% of their stock, then I'd have to pay. I'd only have to pay the minimum price, which might actually work in my favour. So this economic depression might end up being okay for me. Oil wells appear for the first time in Mountain View. I don't know where that is, and to be quite honest, I don't really care too much. I'm going to save the game. So even in an economic depression, I still made, like, big profit. Yeah, that's annoying. There's still, like, 11 million to buy out. Obviously, me buying their shares doesn't help. Because me buying shares in their company just increases their stock price. And to be fair, there are 122,000 shares outstanding, so I would have to buy 61,000. Yeah, I'd need like another 25,000, or, you know, 24,000, 23,000, and then I'd have exactly 50%. Which I could buy, but I'd have to do a lot of money, a lot of buying on the margin, which is risky. What's the dividend that they're paying out? $1.30 a share. Okay. I'm paying $8.30 a share, so... I don't know if this is going to be doable. I really don't. It's a good thing I'm not doing any kind of challenge run, like connecting all the cities, because that would be ridiculous on a map like this. This is actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and I feel like I've played it like a fool, or maybe I've just been lucky. Maybe as I keep saying, maybe industry really was just the way to go. That's probably okay. I don't know how much expansion I actually want to be doing, because obviously I need to increase the company book value, but I also need industry profit, so... I don't know. I suppose we're in a depression right now, so track is actually quite cheap. At least in theory. Can I connect up to Cedar Rapids? Preferably with a track that isn't too great in income. Right, Cedar Rapids is now connected to Minneapolis and Rochester. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of cargo in Right, let's do Minneapolis to Rochester. No, to Cedar Rapids. And then when we get some money, we can do like Cedar Rapids to Dubuque. The thing is by expanding myself, I stop the AI from expanding, and I cut off their expansion points. And then if they want to actually use my track, then they have to pay me, so I get more money. But yeah, let's do Rochester to Minneapolis. I'm going to need service towers. Ooh, Chicago to St. Louis. Civil War! Prices for munitions and weapons up 35%. Right, well... yeah, that's... this weapons factory is going to be making an absolute fortune. If we could somehow get a train going from Detroit to Madison, that would make a fortune in weapons. Which, like I say, connecting Chicago up to Detroit would be very useful. Really wish I could take out bonds. I am half tempted to just buy 25,000 shares in their company, and that way I would guarantee 50% ownership in their company. But it would also massively drive up their share price, and albeit temporarily. It would also put me at risk of a margin call, which is not good. But I'm just going to do it anyway. Right. So now I have at least 50% share in their company. And I can actually probably just issue stock now. And then... who's the chairman of that? Daniel Drew. Right, okay. So as long as I don't get like any kind of margin call, should be alright. The thing is if their stock price keeps increasing, then I'll be okay, but I don't know. It's always risky with the stock market. I'm never very good at it in this game. Right, Chicago is now connected up with Detroit, albeit not my own personal station. But saying that, their station placement is actually really good. Wow, this hotel is making a fortune. Can't say I'm surprised because there's so many passengers around here. Right, let's do Chicago to... I don't know actually. Chicago to Lansing or Chicago to Detroit. Chicago to St. Louis is a long way, but that could be good as well. Well, okay, let's do Chicago. We actually have enough money to do all three, so why not? Unfortunately, it's waiting for track to clear. Why are all of these waiting for track to clear? I suppose because it's not actually my track, and also this is very busy. Double up around here. I'm aware I'm technically doubling up the AI track and probably benefiting them, but... oh well. Yeah, my purchasing power's going down. Buying a lot of their shares is probably not a good idea because the share price is now going to drop, and I could be running into problems. Yeah, we are in an economic depression as well, which doesn't help. As long as my purchasing power stays okay. I don't like this. I feel like buying those shares was probably a bad idea, because my purchasing power is running a bit low. If my purchasing power goes negative, I get the margin call. Because it basically means that I can't buy more stock. I could do a stock buyback, actually. Right, we've got the Fairly, which is fairly useless in this scenario. Because obviously the whole point of the Fairly is that it can basically travel up a vertical cliff face. It's obviously designed for mountain railroads, and to that it's very good, although not as good as the Shay. But for something like this, it's completely frickin' useless. And my purchasing power is running low, and I don't like that. I'm scared. I might have actually put myself in it. If I do a massive stock buyback... Scary. If the economy improved from depression to recession, that would probably help me out a lot as well. Are they just not paying... Well, they are paying $1.10 in dividend, but obviously that's just not enough. Just occurred to me that I never built a maintenance facility there, and I built... I only built the one service tower. I thought I built... Oh no, I built one there, and one there. Right, well we'll put maintenance facilities there. Yeah, because Minneapolis to Cedar Rapids I never built oil. Chicago to Lansing has run out of water. Ooh, that's a point. Yeah. Right, I'm hoping that my purchasing power, whilst quite scarily low, is sort of stable? Yeah, it's actually just increased, weirdly. Yeah, because the depression has now ended and we're now in a recession. 2015 has crashed from London to Lansing, okay. So I'm not going to buy any shares anytime soon. But at least now I have more than 50% share in their company, so I can pay the minimum price to buy out their company, but I still need like 8 million just to buy them out. And never mind that I still need like another 27 million book value and like 5 million in industry profit to get gold. The good news is that I do actually have bronze, at least. And we should be good for silver, because I only need another 11 million in book value. But gold is... gold's going to be quite difficult to obtain, if indeed I obtain it. Right, well, we did connect up to Dubuque. So, what can we do with Dubuque? Once again, the AI station placement is pretty terrible. What? Bloody hell, there are so many logs! That is insane! I need to buy some industry around here. I'm going to buy a tool and die because there's so much iron around here. And grain. Like, I could get a brewery or a... How much is a tool and die? 1.6 million. Alright. Right, the economy's back on track. That's really good. Yeah. Des Moines as well. This munitions factory. And lumber, obviously, yeah. Wow. Alright, well... It's going to take a lot to get rid of that 2.7 million negative cash. But... it should be alright for not having margin calls. Fucking hell. Are there any more cities I want to expand over to? I mean, like Des Moines would be pretty useful, so maybe connect over to there. So Cedar Rapids to Des Moines. Large station. Right, Des Moines has lots of iron, which we can get from Minneapolis, and then we can ship... Wow! Yeah. Dubuque and Madison will pay a lot of money for this munition, for this ammunition. It's a shame that Madison isn't actually like my station. There's also Des Moines to yeah, let's just do Des Moines to Dubuque. That is a freaking fortune, hauling that ammunition. And like I said, if I could get over to Madison, which obviously I can't because that's AI track, that would make even more money. We can haul the lumber to Minneapolis. Yep, that makes a frickin' fortune as well. Okay, so Des Moines was definitely a big city to connect to. Very important. That's going to help our profits. We're having to pay them like 1,000 here and there just to use their track because of like Chicago and Dubuque, etc. But you know, when you're making like 100,000 on the profit, you know, when you're making like 100,000 for the train to actually get there, paying $1,000 is obviously fine. So, is there anywhere else that has ridiculous numbers of passengers? I mean, Toledo's got a lot of passengers. I think basically we've just won hotels, etc. in pretty much every city at this point. Because there's so many passengers. And that needs to be a large station now. Where's it getting the sugar from? It's not, but it's getting a lot of produce. Oh, and actually Terre Haute's grown a bit. So medium station for that. Indianapolis looking good. Wow! Well, I don't know where these weapons are coming from. Oh, they're probably coming from... yeah, they're coming from Detroit. So... Rockford is... actually my... that is actually my station, yeah. I can make that a large station as well. Right, so Indianapolis to Rockford would be a hell of a long way, but it should be pretty profitable, hauling these weapons. Yeah, it's a long way. So I'm making a fortune from the Civil War, hauling weapons and ammo all over the place. Shame I can't really haul more, to be honest. Fort Wayne. Wow, okay. Yeah, because there's a barracks, so it's obviously demanding weapons and ammo. Being, you know, a fort and all that. That's staying fairly constant, so if I can just somehow manage to get like 8 million or so, then I might be in with a chance. Ooh, some troops. Wow, okay, there's weapons that want to go from Fort Wayne to Madison, but also there's weapons that we can ship over from Toledo to Fort Wayne, which is obviously a lot quicker, because it's less distance. But yeah, Fort Wayne to Madison would make a fortune. Unfortunately... oh wait, no! I can get to Madison with my own track. I just can't do it from, like, say, any of these places without using AI track. Okay, so Fort Wayne to Madison, even though it's a hell of a long journey. Ho! 1 million. Obviously it's not going to be a million when it actually gets there, but I could issue stock, and then I could actually connect up Fort Wayne with this bit of track. I might not actually need to issue stock. I have enough money as it is. Did I not connect up with South Bend? No, I didn't. I didn't build a station in South Bend.